Our second referee is Mr. Lumer Parillo, national referee. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Signal HD Spikers. Beginning with their team captain, opposite hitter number 8, Isay Marasigan. Middle blocker number 4, Peter Torres. Another middle blocker number 7, JP Bugawan. Outside hitter number 10, Wendell Miguel. Another outside hitter number 15, Mark Espejo. Their center is number 18, EJ Casanya. And their starting libero is number 13, Manuel Sumangid III. Their head coach is Mr. Dexter Clamor. Presenting the starting lineup for your AMC-COTABATO Spikers. Let's start with their team captain, middle blocker number 7, JV Sumagaysay. Outside hitter number 3, Wewe Bautista. Number 5, center Vince Mangulabnan. Middle blocker number 6, Rex Intal. Another outside hitter, Joshua Umandal. Opposite hitter number 17, Mads Gampong. And their starting libero is number 1, Vince Lorenzo. Their head coach is Mr. Oji Mamon. Paco Arena, are you ready?
As you will have Bugawan, Espejo, Casanya, Torres, Miguel Marasigan, and Sumagid starting things off for the Signal HD Spikers. On the other side, we have Mads Gampong, JV Sumagaysay, Bautista, Vince Mangulabnan, Intal, Omandal, and Lorenzo. Mangulabnan did not start out in their last game, but I think Coach Oji Mamon liked what he saw from his substitute center in their last matchup. Kaya naman siya yung magsisimula dito sa laban na to, this all-important matchup. Again, in terms of team standings, it looks like these two teams will safely make it into the next stage dahil pareho ngang wala pang talo, no? But this is your first look against a team that you might play in the finals. You don't know. So dito pa lang magkakasukatan na ang ating magkabilang komponente.
I totally agree. Actually, it's such an exciting game because we did say, no, both teams are undefeated. Could be a preview to the finals, but it's also about pride today. You know that both teams want to win against the other.
So they average out 10 errors per set dun sa kanilang huling laban. Panalo against Imus. And they start out with a service error coming from Mangulabnan. Let's see how the guys in black will be able to recover that push. Easily picked up by the defensive Signal. Back-to-back hits here, back-to-back points as Bugawan finds a way to score.
You know, it's interesting really that they commissioned the services of Vince Mangulabnan. We know what he can do, but he hasn't been in competitive volleyball since 2019, in which he played for the opposing team Signal. So it's interesting to see the chemistry of Cotabato with Vince Mangulabnan.
Of course, he is an assistant head coach. He is an assistant coach. Tapos naglaro rin siya for Ateneo for a couple of games here and there, right? Here in Spikers Turf.
That's true.
He saw some action. It was not a lot. I mean, but he was there from time to time. And that hit will continue this run from Signal. You can see them already engaged, already hyped up, motivated sa pagsisimula pa lang ng ating first set.
That's true. You know that, like we said in the pregame, they're in a good place. You know, this tournament, I mean, they look like they're a team that wants to end this eliminations without a loss. But for Cotabato, a little bit of struggles throughout the conference. But today is what's important, the game today.
Off speed from the back row, Wendell Miguel scores again for this massive start, 5-0. Kita niya, no? May bukas dun sa depensa ng Cotabato. Took full advantage of it.
I mean, you like the improvement really of Wendell Miguel for Signal in the past year.
Mangulabnan will set it up. Gampong with a soft touch, and they will get their first point of the match.
Then for that from both teams, after that Wendell Miguel drop, Mads Gampong, his version of a drop. That it goes to show really that in men's volleyball, a huge weakness really are the drops because they're always ready for the strong hits.
Loaded yung likod eh, no? Kasi doon hinihintay yung hits. Let's see if Cotabato can string out together some points. But that is ended rather quickly by Bugawan.
How many times, how long, how many years have we seen that matchup? JV Sumagaysay against JP Bugawan in front. It's like deja vu from university days.
Well, they were just meant to battle each other.
Right? And for many years to come.
Good serve coming from Espejo. That quick somehow goes through for Sumagaysay. And Miguel is blocked by Mandal. My goodness, that was a gigantic denial.
That was a one-on-one, but Mandal just read it through and through. Look at that. Covering the cross of Isay Marasigan.
6-2, 4-point advantage for the Signal HD Spikers. Good first ball mula kay Espejo. The combination play, nabantayan, but the block goes out. Another point for Signal.
Well, good challenge though, the side of Cotabato getting, you know, hands at that ball. But yeah, just a great angle by Wendell Miguel.
Also true. Cotabato at least meron, di ba? At least you get a touch on it. At some point, they will get to adjust. They will figure it out in terms of how to actually score with those blocks. Tough first ball there. Kakatawin pa rin ni Umandal, no? He sends it across softly. That is a net violation versus Cotabato. Quickly into our first technical timeout. 8-2, a dominant, a commanding start for Signal HD as they build a 6-point lead. We take a quick break.
Carlo and Miss Noreen delving on your notable player of the day with 21 years of playing ever since the second grade. Vince Mangolabnan thought of taking a quick break from volleyball before Coach Oji tapped him into playing for Cotabato. And yes was the definite answer as to keep in shape and prowess for the next international leagues. Other than Vince playing Spikers, he's taking care of the Blue Eagles as the assistant coach for UAAP. Being both a coach and a player has done him wonders in terms of growth and real-life aspiration, as you will see both sides of the coin. Let's go back to set one.
I think that was the best attack so far nitong Cotabato coming from Mads Campong. Let's see now if that would power an uprising coming from their side as they're still down by 5. Thank you for the report, Ms. Ayit inside.
Well, yeah, I mean, it obviously is or was a shaky start from Cotabato, but it's really how you respond, you know? You have to acknowledge the fact that they didn't start strong, but we're still early here in the first set. They have to string up a couple of points here.
Team captain Isay Marasigan now on the serve. His squad up by 6.
Good serve.
That was a decent first ball. Block again. Present for Signal. Easy over. Pero regalo ang nangyari. Taken full advantage of by Intal.
Well, that's his first point against his former team. We have to mention Rex Intal coming from the Signal camp now with Cotabato. And we'll see more of that from Rex Intal.
Oh, for sure. Throughout this ball game, however long it will be, I don't mind if it goes 7 sets.
I don't mind if it goes 10.
Mandal with a jump serve. Pulled off a little bit of power from it. From the back row, again, a soft touch. Hindi na abot yung pancake attempt coming from Lorenzo.
Well, first point by Mark Espejo. And you can see that Signal early on reading the opponent's defense. You know, it's not just hitting, finding the hole. We saw a couple of drops there.
Tapos parang back row, no? Yung drops. first one from Miguel, the second one from Espejo as they go back up by 6. And Jao Mandal continues to be the target of that first ball. Miguel somehow sends it up and they score courtesy of Marasigan.
Well, here in the first set, at least at the start of the first set, you can see that Signal is the more focused team. You can see the fluidity of their offense.
Yung ganda ng depensa, no? Turning out to be a good opportunity to score once again as they extend their advantage to 7 points.
Wendell Miguel still serving. Another good one.
Bautista slowed down by the blockers. Espejo denied there. Again, sorry, natawa tayo dun sa pakita nitong si Rexental saying that Espejo was what? He was too small for him.
And then he looked at the bench as well because I'm sure, you know, these are his friends.
Combination play. A good touch coming from Umandal, keeping it alive. Atake ang Signal.
Good defense.
Mangulabnan in the back row. Mandal dug up. Soft touch na naman.
Boy, Marcus Espejo showing us that, okay, you blocked me, I'll still get my point some way, somehow. Another drop, an easy point.
That's outsmarting the defense so far.
Such finesse when he does it.
Yung problema dyan is when you start paying attention to those drop balls and then he hits you with the powerful hits.
Yeah.
Because he could very easily vary it up as Peter Torres serves up another good one. Umandal, I don't think that was over. Yep, we will be having a challenge here.
Well, they're going to challenge that pipe attack.
Oh,
from Jao Mandal.
Mark though was saying that he actually touched it.
Okay, miscue between the coaching staff and the players there. You know, the thing about those block touches really, sometimes it looks like it didn't cross, but it did touch a blocker's hand.
Yeah. From our angle, I really thought it didn't, diba? Because it caught a lot of the tape. We will see from the other angles. That's why we have challenges. Ayun, gumalaw yung wrist nitong si Mark Espejo.
But years back, they'll call that automatically as not over, right? But now you can see there was a block touch.
Yeah, si Mark, pagka-challenge pa lang, sabi niya, hindi, tinamaan ko.
Too late.
Because they were fine playing out at that point, right? Tuloy-tuloy pa naman yung rally. At binalik din sa kanila ni Mangulabnan yung point. That's the second service error of Vince here in the first set.
Yeah, obviously struggling there. And we talked about the errors of Cotabato. You know, they average about 10 errors per set. So you don't want to start with the service errors.
Mads Gampong has been aggressively attacking here. And Miguel touches the line. Another attack from the back.
Well, you see, we know and we see the options of Signal. But Casania just doing a great job in maximizing those options.
Di mo talaga alam no?
And it doesn't matter. You set to anybody. Everyone's actually pretty focused now.
That's Magaysay answering back. Much needed point here for Cotabato.
You're right. Much needed. Now they have to regroup. They're down by 7, but they have to regroup because, you know, Cotabato knows they're better than what they're playing right now.
Yeah, for sure. And iba rin, di ba? Even if you go on to lose this set, iba rin yung alam mo natambakan ka ng ganun kalala in the first set. It really ruins your confidence, takes away so much momentum from your sails. Another service error for Cotabato.
Yeah, I mean, these errors are really hurting Cotabato.
Whoa. Hitting it under. was Mark Espejo. But they won't pay that much for it as they're still up by 7 points here, 15-8.
Well, service errors. You want to talk about service errors? Cotabato at this point, at the midway of our first set, has 4 already, just one by Signal.
Good dig. As Casanya. Oh, miscommunication there. Magkakaroon ng pagkakataon ng Cotabato as Gampong finds a way through.
Well, that's what we're used to. That offense of Cotabato. Great set by Vince Mangulabnan. Look at that. Blockers are late to close.
You know, 10 errors per set will be survivable against some of the teams below the top 4 in the standings. But if you do 10 errors against Signal, they will make you pay.
Exactly. Not at this level of play by both teams.
Block goes out. Another point for the Signal HD Spikers. We head into our second technical timeout of the opening set with Signal up 16-9. And we pick things up here in the first set. 16-9 advantage. Taking another look at this attack. Just block. Kaso sumobra. Falls out of bounds against AMC-COTABATO.
If you look at that mid-line, you see Jao Mandal was pointing that it looked like actually he might have a point that Marasigan crossed that mid-line.
Second service error coming from the side of Signal.
What can we say? Could be poetic justice there for Cotabato.
Dayandante and Josaphat entering the matchup for the first time. Papalitan sina Mangulabnan at Gampong as Dayandante quickly troops to the service area.
Pretty interesting. Josaphat is actually a legitimate middle blocker, but they put him in as the opposite, right? Opposite. But then look at the front row of Cotabato. I think this is a great substitution.
Running attack. Slowed down by the block. Another chance here for Signal. Oh, that's a rocket.
We did say, I mean, we've witnessed the improvement, vast improvement of Wendell Miguel through the years. I mean, he used to come off the bench.
Yeah.
Now he's starting and now he's contributing.
17-10 against so many options. Ngayon pa lang nga natin nakakita ng nabigyan ng touch itong si Peter Torres, di ba? Because of how good their hitters have been. Casanya sends it up from the back row. That will not work for Espejo.
Well, that's nerves. Oh, you see Gigil on the side of Mark Espejo hitting it or burying that into the net.
Soft touch kasi kanina gusto niya ng isang malakas sana eh, but he'll have to be a little more patient.
And he should know, I mean, the defense of Cotabato is going to really clamp down on him.
Running attack for Peter Torres.
That's classic Peter Denmark Torres for you.
And now Balbuena and Asia checking in for Casanya. And Isay Marasigan Signal leads by 7 points, 18-11. Quite surprising how this lead was built immediately, from the jump. From the start of this ball game. Lumamang agad-agad itong Signal HD.
Yeah, but we saw, I mean, how Signal started. They really looked relaxed, focused, and Cotabato a bit tense at the start of the set.
block is there. As the point goes to Signal once again, advancing their lead 19 to 11. This is the first time out requested by Coach Oji Mamon. Let's listen in.
Diyan. Ngayon naman, nandun doon. Dali sa gitna para maitulak na mabilis yung bola. Hanggang mamaya yan, Jaw. Hanggang ikaw ang tatargetin yan. Huwag kang wala lang pasensya. Sige lang, coverage lang eh.
Sobrang lalim pa rin sa rallying mo dito, di ka?
Hindi, pagka nung naiwan yung blocker, papasok ka ng zone 6 yun. Huwag mo na yung sa doon.
So, a reminder to Jao Mandal to keep at it. He will be targeted by basically all the service nitong Signal HD because that's their best chance to take him out of his comfortable spot in attacking.
Yeah, we've seen that, actually we saw that more in international competition before, but right now it's nice that, we're doing it here in our local competitions. That is a strategy, really.
Good effort coming from the libero, but he will not get to it as this first set is being dominated by the Signal HD Spikers. 20 to 11, a 9-point lead now. Look at how high Peter Torres got for that block.
And he read it. I mean, one-on-one, and he gets that block. It's really Jao Mandal.
Yeah. Ayos sa kanya talaga lahat. Pilit na opensa mula sa AMC-COTABATO. And that block goes out. Espejo scoring again.
Boy, Signal is really just cruising here in the first set. They started out strong. They're continuing here. If you're Cotabato, these substitutions, I think, it's pretty good to change things up. But look at their shoulders. Look at their facial expressions. It's like there's no life. They have to remember they're still in it.
Miguel, though, donates a point to their side as he commits a service error. Pero at this point, malayo na masyado di ba? How can you rally coming back down 10 points earlier, 9 now?
Well, you know the caliber of these players from Cotabato. You want to mount a rally, but you need stops.
And then even the players coming off the bench are coming in confident, coming in flying for Signal HD. Baitaran enters to replace Torres.
Yeah, obviously to serve and to defend. You know Signal. They don't want to take any chances. If they can end this first set, they will.
Mandal still the target. Wasn't a pretty first ball, but they will get the benefit of that block going out. The point for AMC-COTABATO.
That's a start. You get your legitimate kills. You work for your points. Then you make Signal work for their points. They need 3 to claim the first set, but make them work for it. Don't give it to them. That's a start. And focus probably on a better ending here in the first set. Oh, good take.
From the pipe, but the block was there. Josephat was denied.
Boy, defense of Signal on point here, at least in the first set. Oh my goodness.
Silang and Gampong checking in. So this will be the third setter. Seeing action for AMC-COTABATO here in the opener, Noreen.
Yeah, they're finding really somebody to act as a catalyst, That they need really a big change, even in their demeanor first.
Substitution also for Signal as Marasigan and Casanya both check in. Valbuena has already done his damage. 23 to 13, a big 10-point advantage for Signal HD.
Boy, you can sense really that Signal had a game plan and they're really following that to a T.
So looking for just 2 points to claim this first set. Not over.
Adding to the woes of Cotabato.
But a block touch will be requested here in a challenge. Coach Oji Mamon.
Well, we said it already earlier. They need, talking about Cotabato, they need to regroup, here and pump each other up, because it's like when you watch them play here in the first set, it's like their hearts are not in the game.
Naunahan pa itong Signal. As you take a look at the block touch. Oh, it's there. Yep. There is indeed
95% chance that it's a yes when you challenge the block touch.
So it should have been a let, right?
Yeah, they need to actually replay the point.
So the score should stay at 23-13, a let.
It's interesting. We're looking at Silang on the side of Cotabato. He was holding on to the ball as well.
Yep. Sabay kayo mag-serve.
That would be interesting.
Again, replay the entire point. That's what we'll do right now.
But the challenge was successful for Cotabato.
Oh, that was called in. Ayaw na sana pa-challenge ni Casanya, no? But Coach Dexter Clamore wants to give it a go. Ball in, ball out. That is so super in, says the side of AMC-COTABATO. Maybe more than anything, a chance to, to settle down for Signal. Focus on the last 2 points that they need to score.
Like you said, Carlo, super in.
Super duper in.
But Casanya did say it was good.
Yep.
I think it's because they pressed the buzzer already.
So 23-14 now. Sinang serves for AMC-COTABATO. Good first ball. Oh, too good from Bugawan.
I mean, it wasn't solid. It clipped the net, but still, same result. But you can see also Cotabato's targeting Mark Espejo. So it's pretty much the same strategy.
But you can see that he is just receiving a little bit better than Jao Mandala at this stage.
Yes.
They'll go to Umandal. That was a net touch against Marasigan.
That was clear. Well, they need good serves. Talking about Cotabato right now, you're facing set point, but again, make Signal work for that last point.
Kahit hindi ka makabalik ng tuluyan, just some confidence, string up 3, 4, 5 points.
2-3 muna.
Or 0, sabi ni Mark Espejo as he punctuates this spectacular first set performance with another kill. It will be a 10-point advantage for the Signal HG Spikers at the end of our first set. 25-15. We'll be coming back with our second after this quick break. 25-15, utter dominance coming from Signal HD as they continue to breeze through the competition so far. Hindi pa po natatalo kahit isang set ang Signal HD, and they will not allow AMC-COTABATO to deal them their first loss in a set throughout the 2023 Open Conference. From the start to the end, parang wala kang makikitang butas dun sa laro nitong Signal.
Yeah, it was pretty dominating. You know, dominating performance by Signal. They started out strong. They never looked back. Everybody contributing. Great setting by Casania. Asia off the bench also contributed together with Alfred Valbuena. So everybody working for Signal. Just look at one category because the rest are even obviously attacks. You know, 16-6. That's 10 points for you because the offense, the first pass of Signal working wonders. They're able to convert. So 16 attacks. COTABATO, 6 attacks. It's really a huge question mark on your end because you know, again, that you're better than that. So right now you have to regroup, forget about the first set, and try to focus here on the second set.
Well, that was really key. The quality of the first balls. That was a big difference as we see a new player seeing action for Coach Oji Mamon is Housi Ismail. We start the second set with EJ Casana serving for Signal.
But we have to mention really the strategy of Signal in targeting Jao Mandal in the first pass, in the serve. It worked because they couldn't get Jao Mandal in his game, and that affected the entire psyche of COTABATO.
Even Coach Oji Mamon was saying during that time off, hindi ka pwede panghinaan ng loob, di ba? You cannot be frustrated with how they are targeting you. That was a good combination play. Mark Espejo knew that he could have sent that ball up, just did not have the right angle on it.
Just a little bend, a little more effort there. Well, speaking of Espejo, he actually quietly leads everyone in terms of scoring with 5 points, tied with Bugawan. And then for COTABATO, Umandal only with 1 point after the first set, Gampong with 3.
Si Gampong pa talaga, no? Yung nakarami ng atake as we check out this bawi.
Come on! I was reading, I didn't see that.
He made a mistake, he made up for it.
How
Espejo
easy, no?
giveth, and then he take it away. Oh, wow. Gampong, though, came to play in this matchup.
Well, somebody has to carry the scoring responsibilities for COTABATO. If Jao Mandal only scored 1 point in that first set, who's going to step up? Gampong might be the man.
Question now is, sino yung pwedeng sumama kay Gampong playing at that high level? That middle scores once again for Bugawan.
You know, he has mastered that, you know, hitting at an angle, just trying to elude the blockers. Look at that.
Yeah.
One-on-one, but you will cover that line. He'll go at an angle.
It wasn't as dominant a start in the first set, but the offense still looking good. For Signal HD, they commit a service error here as we're tied at 3 apiece early in set 2.
But we did, you know, we talked about the errors of both teams. For COTABATO, that's pretty good. They committed 6 errors. The thing is, those 6 errors, a lot from the serves during the start of that set, of that first set. And they couldn't get going.
They go to Miguel. A little bit off speed. Was easily defended. Ooh. That attack was off. And that ball will go out. Wala sa forma yung opensa ng AMC-COTABATO.
Wasted opportunity there. That could have been just a, you know, a chance ball for Signal, but COTABATO just pushes us out.
4-3, a 1-point lead to the HD Spikers as the team captain Isay Marasigan serves. Amazing numbers already for JP Bugawan, 6 points, 5 of 5.
5 of 5.
100%, 100%. Chance ball here for Signal. Casania goes back to Miguel, but he was slowed down by the blockers. Oh, another chance ball. That's back-to-back now. Miguel sent back. Miguel ulit for the 3rd try. And that was a net violation against AMC. Ito si Miguel, medyo inabutan na ng hinga. Sabi niya, tatlo talaga.
Well, he is human, but you like the coverage of Signal. keeping that ball alive, and finally, that net violation on the side of Cotabato. I like that. Tatlo talaga.
Sabi niya, parang I appreciate the fact na gusto niyo akong pabawiin. That was 3 straight jumps in rapid succession. Not a good first ball coming from Ismail. Jao Mandal easily dug up there. Casanya goes to Espejo.
Boy, you know, that was already a broken play, and there's only one player who was ready for that attack. It was Mark Espejo, and he gets the point. Everyone was scrambling to get into position.
Might be a broken ball and a broken wall from that broken play as Espejo just hammered that point through.
Everything follows, you know.
Mandal again struggling to develop his confidence. Nababantayan siya. He gets another opportunity, and the hit is called in.
Yeah, they target. He targeted Casillas.
Oh, sorry, a net touch was called.
Casanya.
Casanya. So for the net touch, it's 6-4, still a 2-point lead for Signal.
But we have to commend Casanya really for his setting. You know, made so much difference in the first set.
Now you get to understand that it's all a matter of confidence for Jao Mandal because he's struggling with his receptions, can't get his offense going now, committing a service error. Sa tatlong lamang na Signal.
I wouldn't really put it as struggling. He's defending pretty decent. The thing is, they cannot give him the sets that he likes. No?
Another good opportunity to score. Runner off the block ni Ismail as Peter Torres scores again. 8-4. Signal doubling up on the output of Cotabato to start our second set. It is 8-4, leading to this first technical timeout.
If you guys are wondering how that big lead from set 1 came to be, Signal HD captain Isay Marasigan told me that last season's loss from their championship made them a driving force to how they can rebuild something even stronger than how they used to play before. Something as tough as a fortified wall with heavyweight additions like Casanya and Arriesgado. Isay said Signal's been through a sort of rebirth where their synergy is unmatched. Thankfully, their new system works for them. Kaya wala namang babaguhin. Itutuloy na lang. Back to set 2.
Signal continues to pounce on AMC-COTABATO here in this matchup. But Cotabato will get a point back after our first technical timeout. 8-5 is the count now. Still a 3-point lead for the red side.
But you know, clearly in this match, Carlo, you can see strategies, you know. When they are being followed, it works. When they get, like, they're obviously targeting Jao Mandal. Even Coach Oji knew that. You know, he acknowledged that. But because Signal did that, they totally took out Jao Mandal from the equation.
And you know that he is a huge part of what makes them successful, of what has made them undefeated up until this moment.
But then if you're Cotabato, right, he is your first option.
Yeah.
He is your leader, but you cannot rely solely on him. You know, you have good players. Kampong, Intal, Fauzi Ismail, you know, you can go to them, then they have to contribute.
Well, Kampong is trying. He would just needs a little bit more help coming from the rest of the squad. They'll have to stay patient with Jao Mandal and wait for him to get his own groove. That was a miss hit from Torres.
But that's one aspect of his game that he still needs to work on. That jump serve of Peter Torres.
Silang now serving. Espejo with a good first ball. Gets it back. That's just picture perfect from the pass to the toss to the kill. Perfection for Signal.
Yeah, and with that play, it's pretty much, you know, Espejo teaching or showing Umandal. I was targeted, but then, you know, you give a decent pass, you can get the set.
Oh, another awkward set. Chance ball na naman for Signal. Espejo will hit it wide, but there was a net violation.
Yes, Ismael did go to the net, but the ball already hit the floor.
Na. Okay.
Yeah. Set 1, Espejo, 4 out of 10. Set 2, 4 out of 4. The numbers just get better and better for Signal.
So kanina perfect si Bugawan, diba?
Yeah.
Espejo's perfect in the second set so far. So forget about that challenge as the referees, as the point was already hit. It already bounced outside before the net violation.
Okay, so it's not 4 out of 4. We jinxed Espejo.
Marasigan quickly getting that point back. Ito naman yung maganda sa Signal, eh, no? They might show some frustration with the call here and there, but after that, when the action restarts, they just quickly refocus.
What a set by Casania, just a one-on-one for Isay Marasigan. He's been orchestrating his plays to perfection today.
Another jump serve. Doesn't work for Signal. But if you take a look at the numbers, Norino, 505 si Bugawan in the first set, 405 itong si Espejo in the second. And the common denominator is Casania. He set up everything for them to help them become as successful as possible.
That's right. What a great off-season acquisition on the side of Signal.
It's a closer set, but still, it's Signal ahead by 4 points, 12-8.
And here are the service errors once again plaguing Cotabato. I mean, they could minimize their errors, but these service errors, the time that they're committed, really dashing the hopes of Cotabato.
Well, that's 3 service errors now for Signal in this second set.
They give it right back.
Oh, sorry, that's a fourth?
Fourth.
Signal.
4 as compared to 2 for Cotabato.
We'll go to Miguel on the soft touch. Chance ball na naman for Signal. Casania kaninong pupunta. Ooh, first miscommunication between him and Espejo. That push easily defended though. Miguel tried to go for the power tip. Tapos inagawan niya ng bola si Sumanggit. So that's back-to-back points for Cotabato.
We saw the reaction of Sumanggit after he looked at Wendell Miguel looked at him with dagger eyes.
And dito ko eh.
There. He's looking at him.
Yeah, he was correct though. He was right there.
Yeah.
Good defense from AMC-COTABATO. Ooh! Only a push scoring for Mandal.
Hey, don't look now.
Yep.
Cotabato's knocking on Signal's doors.
So timeout by Coach Dexter Clamor. Let's listen in.
Alright, first, pasensya muna tayo. Hinga lang muna ulit. Hinga lang. Okay. Kahit anong tawag ng referee, forget it. Kami na lang bahala mag-challenge, okay? 1 good pass, 3 naman spikers mo. Kahit na 2 yan, gumamit ka pa rin dito. Ha? Running short, pwede ka mag-pipe sa gitna. Ha? Magsisimula yan sa isang maayos na pasa. Okay? Oh, next na tayo. Next na kagad. Go.
Next. Signal. Signal. Okay po ako.
Calm, cool, and collected as always. No need to worry too much. even though their lead has dwindled just to a single point. 12-11 still in favor of Signal, holding a 1-0 set lead against AMC-COTABATO here in this matchup of two undefeated teams.
Well, Signal's got to be very careful that, you don't give life to Cotabato, because Cotabato right now looking better, a lot better than they did in set number 1. Ooh, overpass.
That scores for AMC-COTABAto as they have tied things up at 12, and all of a sudden, they're playing with more energy, more purpose.
Oh, so Manggit should be frustrated with that. He, from the back, he went to the midline to save the ball.
Walang bumakap sa kanya, no? Walang tumulong. That runner to slow down. Chance to lead. They will get it courtesy of Gampong. Here we go.
Here we go. Now we have a ball game.
Might have been a late arrival, but they're here now. AMC-COTABAto getting going here in the second set, leading 13-12. That's 5 straight points.
Yeah, and you got to credit Silang there. Really, only one blocker to challenge Gampong.
Gampong. Oh, puts out the effort. Ismail won't get it across.
Yeah,
Strong effort. Strong effort from the defense. You have to commend it.
I mean, just maybe a step earlier for Fauzi Ismail. Whoop!
Pareho kasi sila ng pinuntahan di ba?
Yeah,
Kung humiwalay siya ng konti, could have gotten an opportunity to send that across, actually. As Mads Gampong has been aggressive throughout this ball game. Miguel with the angle.
Oh, wow. You love the trust of Casanya and Wendell Miguel. I mean, you see all the options, but he's been going to Wendell Miguel.
A lot. He's taken the lion's share of the offense.
Yeah, but that was smart hitting from Wendell Miguel because he saw that the middle blocker was slow to close. He went for the cross, a quick one.
Lead shifts back to Signal. At dito mo iisipin yung lahat ng service error nila kanina, di ba? I mean, if you did not commit those, you score on 50% of them, and you have a more comfortable advantage. Now it's tied, courtesy of Jao Mandal.
Yeah, finally, Jao Mandal gets to the scoring act at this point. But, with that kill from Jao Mandal, that should boost Cotabato right now.
Ooh! Just when you thought he was regaining his confidence after that attack, a service error for Mandal.
Yeah, well, Mark Espejo and Jao Mandal struggling today in terms of serves.
Wendell Miguel will try to add to this 1-point Signal lead. Oh, that's out. So, hawa-hawa na, no? Everyone from the Signal side struggling with their service.
Actually, Signal has more service errors than Cotabato in set number 2.
Last point before we head to our second technical timeout. Who will take the lead heading to the gap? It will be Signal courtesy of Peter Torres. He saw that he had the angle, targeted Umandal once again as he scores on the runner.
Another classic Peter Torres slide.
16-15 technical timeout. We'll be back after a quick break. And that is the end of our second technical timeout. Of the second set, it is 16-15, a 1-point lead for Signal, pero pinalagan sila ng Cotabato dito sa ating second set. Kanina, the first, it was a 10-point win for Signal, 25-15. Now putting up a much better fight.
Yeah, better challenge right now for Cotabato, and that's that's the only way to go about it. Another pretty rocky start here in the second set, but the more important thing is you are challenging Signal right now.
That 5-point run enabled them to get the lead even momentarily. As they're trying to tie the contest again. What a hit! Pipe bomb from Umandal.
Well, we did say that kill earlier should boost his morale, his confidence here in the second set, and he's looking good. Look at that.
16-16. So this is more like it. This is more in tune with everyone's expectations of what to see in this matchup. Espejo, though. Oh,
come on!
That was filthy.
Boy, I mean, if Espejo is hitting like that. I mean, defense was ready. It was just
right
too
there.
fast.
Mendiola was right there. He was in the perfect spot. Katalo lang sa reaction time and the velocity of that hit. Espejo dumps it.
Good save, good save. Whoa!
Block this time. Coming from Signal.
Oh, you like the way they respond. They're being challenged by Cotabato, but they, offense working, defense working. Look at that.
But the action definitely picking up here in the second set. Si Ismail. Oh, this is a chance for Signal. They go back to Espejo for another one.
But how many hits has Marcus Bell made that can make it to the highlight reels?
He could do a top 5 all by his lonesome at this stage. As this is a more comfortable advantage at 3 points for Signal HD, with Espejo delivering the goods.
Yeah.
That was off. That was off for Ismail. And it all started with a first ball, with a subpar first ball once again. And just like that, Signal now rebuilds a 4-point lead, 20-16. Let's listen into the timeout of Coach Oji Mamo.
Sa kaliwang antena, sa kanang antena. Pwede mo i-share yung obligasyon doon. Hindi lang ikaw ang player. Paano ka makaka-atake kung wala kang pasa? Kung hirap ka ngayon, ibigay mo sa iba. Pati short, binabuakaw mo na eh. Kaya ng kasama mo. Hindi lang ikaw ang player ng AMC, Jao. Maging mature ka, tanggapin mo sinasabi ko.
Part of coaching is sharing advice. Even though it's tough to start, you know that yung iniisip mo naman is all for the betterment of the player. His development, his gaining experience, yung pag-improve niya. Yun naman ang iniisip. Ito si Coach Oji Mamon as this is an error coming from the side of AMC-COTABATO, allowing Signal to extend their lead to 5, 21-16.
Yeah, they call it net violation on Rex Intal. But yeah, you have to remember also Jao Mandal played for Coach Oji his entire collegiate life. So it's like Coach Oji is his mentor really for so many years. So it's really part of life that painful words from Coach Oji.
Block goes out, but don't mind it that much if you're Signal. That means your defense is getting to the spots where they have to be, even as there's a point given to AMC-COTABATO.
Yeah, but we did talk about Mads Gompong. I mean, he's one of the lone bright spots for Cotabato.
Chance ball dito for Signal HD. Dulo na yung inabutan itong si Espejo. Their misconnection there.
Oh, good dig.
Miguel with the effort. Marasigan gathers. Inabutan ni Ismail. Oh, what an angle from Gampong, but it's still alive. Best exchange of the entire matchup. Marasigan comes away successful.
Well, we got to credit half that point to Wendell Miguel. 2 great digs there, keeping that ball alive. That was another one. And then Marasigan just hits it off the high hands of Rexental. Smart hitting on the side of Signal.
It's time out. Let's listen once again.
Lapit-lapitan mo lang. Oh, ayan, nakakapasa tayo, nakaka-atake tayo. Kaya lang, dumidepensa sila. Dapat tayo, dumidepensa din pagka-atakehan tayo. Organize na lang yung block nyo kasi may butas pa. Na ang taas masyado. Kitang-kita kung saan papatama. Dukot na lang, di man kayo ibabawan eh. Kahit na, basta naka-overrace kayo, hindi naman ibabaw. Yung lihis na yung palo sa daliri ang problema. Timing lang yung sarado mo. Huwag nyo isarado yung line. Oh, let's go, let's go! Cobra!
Well, obviously, Coach Oji really just talking about blocking, you know. He always says, go over the net. You're showing the high hands, and these Signal players can't target the high hands. So go over the net and guide it down. We saw that. We heard that. Basic blocking technique.
22-17, a 5-point lead. Espejo still struggling with the serve. Pero all out niya pa rin. No? Paminsan you will see him adjust, pull some back. But now he's still trying to go for it as it allows Cotabato to inch a little closer, 22-18.
But if you're a Mark Espejo fan, you're just waiting for that one good serve.
Yep. At ibabawi ka naman niya eh.
Boy, I mean, Casania has been going to Mark Espejo today. And interestingly enough, Cotabato hasn't gotten that. You know, one blocker. They're not reading the formation of Signal right now.
Doon nga, wala eh. Diba?
No,
Kumagat doon sa combination play. Silang will go to Gampong. He has been the most successful attacker nitong AMC-COTABATO in this match.
Most successful, more consistent for Cotabato.
Tupi ng katawan nitong si Mads Gampong.
You know, he's not the tallest of players, but the way he soars, he leaps.
So ready to resume action now. Signal a couple of points away from building a 2-0 lead. 23-19 is their advantage right now. As Casania goes to Espejo once again. It hits the net. It hits the tape before bouncing out. 23-20. AMC will have to play close to perfectly to be able to get back into this matchup, but they've already gotten a 5-0 blast earlier. Can they do it again?
They're hoping, of course, in a lucky break that Espejo just hit that to the net.
Over reception. That will certainly help from Sumagay's side. At least, if ikaw yung AMC-COTABATO, napilit mo na mag-timeout. Itong Signal HD, pakinggan natin si Coach.
Okay lang patalon mo Kailangan patalon. May pipe ka pa rin. May pipe ka. Nakaintindihan?
Isa pa,
sige. Isa pa. Okay lang patalon mo.
Basta kami.
Tama na. Iwas na ganun. Paluin mo lang natin. Go.
Big quick plus 5 plus gitna si Mark. Kasi sumusunod na yung dalawa dito kay Kuya Pete plus kay Isay. Open na lang yung team mo.
Pag binigay sa'yo, panatan mo.
Big quick, 5 or 5. Pwede yun.
Sige.
Awesome.
Basta sistema lang.
23-21, a 2-point advantage for Signal HD. AMC-COTABATO holding out to hope that they can somehow overcome this 2-point deficit and get back into the second set.
Yeah, because it's just a 2-point game. I mean, they have chance here in the second set.
Another good serve coming from Gampong. Oh, but an even better hit from Wendell Miguel. Again, he has been the third part of the attacks itong Signal. Espejo and Bugawan did the early damage, but Miguel also getting his.
And substitution aside of Cotabato, you can see Bautista and Mangolabnan in as they face set point.
Isay Marasiga now serving for Signal HD. Oh, it will be a service ace. What a way to finish things off here in the second set. Initially, I thought the defense thought it was going out, pero yung huling habol.
It was on its way down.
Yeah. And as a result, Signal HD Spikers still not dropping a single set in our competitions. 25-15, 25-21. They're up 2-0 against Cotabato. The third will come back. Two-set to nothing advantage for Signal HD in a battle between two undefeated squads. Signal flexing their might in the first. In the second, AMC-COTABATO giving it a much better fight.
Yeah, they did challenge Signal. You know, I think, did they tie it or 1 point?
They led.
They led.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, I mean, it was a better showing for Cotabato in set number 2, but we really have to give the Signal. They seem to find the right answers at the right time, at opportune time, and they pulled that second set victory from Cotabato. But Cotabato, you have to be happy with the fact that he played a better second set after a forgettable first set. Right now, again, forget about the first 2 sets, focus on the third because you want to force a 5th set. If you look at the numbers, it's pretty much the same story. Yeah. It's the attacks, it's the offense, the conversion, because everything else is sound. Right? The errors are equal. Serve just by 1. Blocks 1 apiece. Sound, but it's the attacks. You have to start converting and you cannot just rely on Jao Umandal, we always say.
That also means that the first balls, the quality of the first balls actually improved for AMC-COTABATO in the second set. Kaya mas maganda yung kanilang naging atake. Can they get more? As Coach Oji Mamon will try out another player, seeing his first action.
Yeah, that's where
Medina, yeah.
Yeah, and he played well in his last game.
Yep, that's true. Nabantayan. Sumagaysay, and the bag was wide open. Ilang depensa doon for AMC-COTABATO.
Well, some numbers here. Top scorers, Espejo now with 12 points, leading everyone. Bugawan with 7 for Cotabato. Gampong with 8. We talked about Gampong being the bright spot of Cotabato. He has 8 points, and Umandal with 6. Just 6 after 2 sets.
That quick, impossible to deny.
Now they're getting the middles involved as well. Look at that set. Another one-on-one. And you can see, Bugawan is just going for
Yeah.
the tough angles.
So that's the 20 points combined for Espejo and Bugawan. And then you have 15 points combined for Torres, Marasigan, and Miguel. Ganda nung pagka-spread out ng opensa. Sumageysay did not get a lot of it. They'll get another chance to score here. Romandal with the off-speed. Dug up. Espejo just sends it across as this rally will continue. Nabitin yung talon.
Bugawan. Now 86%. 6 out of 7, but pretty good numbers still.
Pretty good is understatement for how Bugawan has been playing in this matchup.
Pretty great. Okay, pretty great.
Okay lang. Gampong. And did not have a lot of power behind that. Espejo tosses it over. Gampong again. Oh, that will be out. So the first point nitong Cotabato here in the third set.
But you did say, even if they get a point off the blockers of Signal were there.
Yeah.
So really, they're reading their opponents pretty good. Pretty great.
A few inches short, and that would have been a kill block for them kasi walang depensa dun sa likod ng AMC. Let's see how Signal will try to get it back. And they will get it back quickly. Ano yung porsyento kanina? 86%?
86%.
I'll go a little bit higher.
Another one-on-one in favor of Bugawan. We're losing track of that matchup already.
Good serve
Yeah.
from Espejo. Pero binawasan niya ng lakas no? Hindi na katulad ng mga kanina na sinusubukan niya. Oh, they go back to him. JP Bugawan on fire here in the third.
And then you wonder how come there's just a one-man block against Bugawan. No wonder Casania will just go to him. You're not gonna adjust your defense against my middle. I'm just gonna go to town with JP Bugawan.
5-1. Very close to how they started in the first set. Espejo, if there is something that you could request from him, I mean, it's just the percentage of his service coming in. At least for this match.
Yeah. I mean, everything else is pretty on point.
That block will go out. Ooh. Mukhang nasaktan pa itong si Jao Mandal. Point will go to Signal as Jao will tough it out.
I hate those collisions at the net. I saw it. Close call, but at least he was able to, prevent an entire twisting of the ankle. But Carlo, earlier, after that second set, I saw John Vic de Guzman.
Yeah.
He is actually here, not playing.
Yep, not in uniform.
But he went to talk to his teammates, trying to perk them up.
Ano naman yung kailangan mo from him? Leadership, of course, coming from John Vic. As Josephat gives AMC-COTABATO their third point of this third set.
So that's a great set. Taking also from Signal, go to the middles. There's just one blocker.
Casania is right back to that quick. Peter Torres naman ngayon, di ba? I mean, again, the middles have been the show for Signal here in the third.
The spectacle. Peter Torres gets that point back from Josafat.
7-3, Marasigan serving. Yun yung maganda, di ba? The first ball was perfect and it gives Umandal an opportunity to attack clean.
And then you see, if you have a good pass, there's so many things you can do. So many options, and of course, Jao Umandal. And again, you're hoping for Cotabato that kill will perk Jao Umandal up in this match.
That's out again for the second straight time. It also happened earlier. Kill coming from Umandal. And then a service error right after that. And it will push us to our first technical timeout of the third set. 8-4. Signal ahead by 4.
Carlo and Miss Noreen Manuel Medina, who came from Taiwan as well, mentioned to me that on the side of AMC-COTABATO, their skills can highly be matched to that of Signals as well. However, it all boils down to the in-game adjustments, especially their lapses when it comes to their defense. More than that, humihingi si Vince ng cooperation pagdating sa pasa. Manuel said it is most likely that every player in Cotabato has already battled the players from Signal from UAAP season 78 to 82. So let's see if this familiarity and a better form of communication will ease in for AMC. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that report, Ms. Alexis Tinsay. Again, I'm Carlo Pamintuan with Ms. Lorene Go on the call. She's our courtside reporter talking about AI as we have a point that will be given to AMC-COTABATO. Pero ito rin yung score natin, Lorene, no? In the first technical timeout of the second set. It was also 8-4 in favor of Signal. Pero doon, uminit yung opensa ng AMC-COTABATO. They were able to lead it 13-12. Let's see if they can get there again. As Torres hit it under. No block touch. As it will be back-to-back points for the side of AMC-COTABATO.
So you like that coming off the first technical timeout, 2 straight points on the side of Cotabato. And you're hoping they build some momentum from there. How?
And that is what the really good setters do. You make a mistake, they give you a chance to rebuild your confidence almost immediately.
Yeah, yeah. You love the way Kasana is doing that here.
He's been in charge of their entire offense. Ooh, another bad serve from Torres. Halos walang chance tumawid eh. Yung mga binibitawan ni Torres as of late.
Well, I'm actually looking at the toss of the ball. He's tossing it really high. Again, that's an aspect of his game that he has to work on. They give it right back.
Pagkakataon sana, no? To get a free point and then rally, but hindi na ma-maximize ng AMC-COTABATO.
Well, it's a 3-point game, but if you're Cotabato, again, oh, that play was going out.
Pero kinuha ni Amandal at cross court to wide point. Another one for Signal HD.
Oh, 2 straight errors on the side of Cotabato. That's not what you want to see after that first technical timeout. We did say 2 straight points, then they give 2 points back to Signal.
So they go back to where they were, down 4 points, 11-7.
Oh.
Mandal from the back row, that's in. That touches the line, so off a broken play, Mandal getting some offense.
Well, that's the Umandal we've seen the entire conference. I mean, it's not really a design play. They keep the ball up and he gets the kill, and he has to take charge for me here in the third set if he can.
Espejo, ooh, massive headshot. But somehow, the play continues. Oh, that's how it's called out. But there will be a challenge here. Ball in, ball out challenge. As Espejo goes all the way to the other side to Wewe Medina because that will knock you out.
Headshot, facial.
I think so.
But he kept the ball alive.
Oh, good first ball.
Successful dig.
So this is the ball in, ball out shot. Oh, it's in. So in.
What he called it, JB Bugawan did say it was a good ball. And he had the best, one of the better vantage points.
Oh, taas niya eh.
Siya tumira.
Again, back to a 4-point lead for Signal HD. Hoping to add to this 4-point advantage right now is Mark Espejo. Can he serve correctly this time? It's a good one.
It's a good one. Oh, good dig.
Dig. That was Casanya now. Espejo with the toss. And Miguel with the kill. So even when the roles are flipped around for Signal, they still find a way.
Yeah, out of system play there, but still, no, Wendell Miguel again showing us why he's starting and playing good quality minutes for Signal.
Casanya with a dig. Espejo with the toss. Miguel with the kill. Oh, that's a rocket. Gampong tried to save it. Umandal with the effort. Oh, that was amazing from Cotabato. Pero wala na sa forma yung depensa nila. Kaya naman nakaisa. And that was a gorgeous point. I mean, both ends.
Both ends.
Cotabato will call this time. Look at this. I mean, when it's successful, it looks this pretty for Marcus Espejo.
Magnificent.
Jao Mandal finding a way to get it across. Pero nang utak na lang yung signal doon to be able to score. Pakinggan natin yung timeout.
Tulong-tulong lang sa pasa. Dali nyo lang sa gitna, hindi nyo wag nyo na isiksik sa net. Ha? Ayan si Sian lang mag-distribute. Gusto nyo lang, kaya ano siya over nyo na eh.
Cobra!
Biggest lead of the third set so far for Signal HD, 14-8. Again, they won the first by 10 points. For a challenge, a little bit better in the second. Pero ngayon, sinusubukan nilang iangat pa ang kanilang kalamangan as Espejo continues to serve. That was slowed down by the tape. And the block will go out. Point for Sumagaysay.
Well, that stops a bit of the bleeding. That Sumagaysay quick there, and you want to know how well Casanya is orchestrating. 23 excellent sets.
Wow.
Silang 5.
Wow. Wow.
Right?
That's just the biggest difference there is. As Casanya continues to flex his might. And you also see it with how Coach Oji Mamon has tried 3 different setters. No? Tried to find the antidote for Casanya. Mahirap.
If you will remember, last conference, that was a problem of Signal.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure out whether it's Owen Suarez or Jewel Asia will set, you know, and that kind of rattled their chemistry. But now it's on the side of Cotabato looking for that. Oh, good save, good save.
Nasungkit pa ni Mandal. He will send it across. Espejo. They will send it out. Too much angle coming from Miguel. 15-10. Still a 5-point lead for Signal, though.
Yeah, but we have to credit Umandal for keeping that ball alive.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, wasted opportunity for Wendell Miguel. There was only one blocker.
Yeah,
He didn't realize that.
An opportunity here for Cotabato. Umandal. Not be able to score just yet. Sa kabila naman, Gampong. Dug up. Sumangid sets it up. Miguel. Set back and the block will go out.
Well, that's the story for Signal. They make a mistake. They come back, make amends.
And that will put us to our second technical timeout of the third set. Sumangid. To Miguel. They get another point. A 6-point advantage for the Spikers. And this is where these two teams are right now. Signal up top, 7-0, clean record. Cotabato also clean, 5-0, but that record is in peril as they're down 2-0, down 16-10 here in the third.
But you know, really, you gotta credit Coach Dexter Clamor mastery today so far. I mean, Cotabato's not out of it yet.
Especially when you have a Jao Mandal, a weapon that could really deliver points.
Yeah, and Dayandante right now was summoned by Coach Oji, you know, to try to change things up here in the third set. Because, you know, if you lose the third set, that's it. So you got to try to pull anyone from the bench to see.
Ano pa bang pwedeng gawin, di ba?
Oh,
What is there left to do? Again, this is the third time that he will be able to score, and then he quickly follows up with a service error.
Yeah, that has been the story, actually. If you can summarize the match thus far, that has been the story of Cotabato. But you know, if you look at it in a positive way, Umandal will learn a lot from this game.
A young player at 23, already one of the best in the country, that will be out against Medina.
Well, hasn't gotten a lot of sets. When he got that set, you know, he wanted to pound it to the ground.
Hirap din kasi, no, when you were used to starting and then you don't play the first two sets, minsan it takes you a bit longer to warm up. Good attack for Bautista.
Yeah, great set by Dayan Dante, creating that opportunity for one-on-one, and Bautista, tough angle against Espejo there.
But it's still a 6-point lead for Signal HD. They go to Marasigan. There is someone who committed a net violation. Torres.
His momentum brought him to the net. That slide there. Oops!
Walang na-accident doon.
I like the way Medina's look at the first referee. Look, he crossed.
But another service error coming from the side of AMC-COTABATO as they can't get any rhythm going. No? Paisa-isa yung kanilang naipupuntos.
You think, Carlo, this is just a tactic of Coach Oji? That when they see each other in the semis and in the finals...
Lull them to sleep? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
He's not the type. Yes, Torres continues to have his struggles from the service line.
Well, if you will remember, Peter Torres, he just developed his jump serve later on in his career. So again, he needs to work on that, obviously.
Dampong and Silang re-enter the matchup for AMC. Well, this is it. I mean, the last-ditch effort, the final stand. Signal has more service errors in total, 12 to 10 for Cotabato, but they have more attacks, and it's not even close in that category.
Yeah, you know that carry Signal. You know, their attacks tries to negate their errors and their flaws, but that's one. Another attack. Counted as another attack point.
You know, the defense of AMC a bit lost. Trying to guess where it's going. They're convinced that it is in. So we will have a challenge coming from Signal. Ball in, ball out challenge. Because bakit nga naman hindi, di ba? Pwedeng maging ace yan if the challenge is successful.
Well, I like it that they were looking at each other. Was it good? Was it good? And then Kasana said, it's good. Okay, challenge.
Sumanggid, starting to tick-tock. And here we go with the challenge.
Whoa, that's good.
That is what? That is...
Good.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's it. By a hair.
Everything going the way of Signal, really.
So 21-14, yep.
They're really not giving free points right now
Yeah,
to Cotabato. That was nearly one, but they fought for it.
Umandal takes it back. Hitting that with a lot of force, a lot of power behind it. They need to rally. Hindi pwedeng pa isa-isa lang. They need a string of points to try and stay alive in this match.
Yeah, but when you notice, no? Yes, I mean, they've been serving to Mandal, but he hasn't been getting a lot of sets also in this match.
Yeah.
That's why his points or his output is limited. You know, that really... He can take one off like what Marcus Espejo is doing. You receive, but he can still get the set.
Now Espejo back in the service area. Another good one from Mark. Sumagaysay answers. Again, the challenge is not to get those side outs. It's a string of points.
Yes.
Because right now, you're down by 6 points, 22-16. Tatlo, apat na sunod-sunod dito.
Well, they need something special. Talking about Cotabato. Oh, something like that.
Sabi ni Bugawan, how about this for a special, Noreen?
Is this special enough?
Well, it is. To answer, yes.
Boy, you know, I always say Bugawan has gotten so much better here in the Spikers turf. I mean, we knew him in FEU, but come on, the way he's playing here.
This is another level.
Another level.
Umandal, slowed down by the blockers. His second attempt. And that will hit the antenna for Marasigan. We'll give a point to AMC-COTABATO.
But then you see his attitude. He tried to keep that alive and hit the antenna. Then he was like,
Sayang.
sayang. That's a captain for you. That's your leader for you.
Nakaangat pa itong si Peter Torres. Look awkward, but it was good.
Whatever works.
That is straight into the net, and it will lead us to match point for Signal. You know, if you told me before this matchup na hindi pa rin matatalo ng kahit isang set ang Signal, I would have said that would be unlikely because it's Cotabato they're going up against. I mean, they could have still won the ball game, but to stay unscathed in terms of just not even losing one single set, unbelievable, and it's a service ace. And that will end it. They will deal AMC-COTABATO their first defeat of the tournament as Signal HD will stay undefeated.
Well, lucky for Cotabato, this is just the eliminations. You know, you still have a chance. You are already defeated, but you still are looking to the semi-final round.
Hindi ito ang huling pagkukrus ng landas ng Signal at Cotabato. They will all learn from this experience and try to move forward as better teams. But in this matchup, Signal just a little bit better. 25-15, 25-21, 25-17, 3-0 sweep of Cotabato.
What a jam-packed afternoon. This is your biggest match yet in Paco Arena, Manila. And with player of the game, EJ Casaño of the Signal HD Spikers defeating the Cotabato Spikers in a sweep. And with 24 excellent sets. Congratulations, EJ.
Thank you.
And sinabi mo sa akin, dream team mo yung Signal. Pero anong pakiramdam na dream din ng Signal magkaroon ng highly skilled setter like you?
Sobrang saya sa feeling kasi ito, living the dream, naglalaro na ako sa Signal. And kung ano yung binibigay sa akin ng Signal, babalik ko rin sa kanila. Sobrang thankful talaga, ang grateful na nasa Signal na ako ngayon.
At vice versa talagang thankful din sila. And secondly, you chose pro over collegiate. So this is your first pro stint but you're through the semifinals. So what are your expectations for your own performance and also for the team?
Ngayon, excited po kami kasi for the semis, sobrang mag-prepared kami ngayon. Sobrang alam ko gagawin ni Coach. Hindi kami mag-relax kasi may attitude kami na nag-relax kami pag nanalo or wala kaming talo. So ang gagawin namin ngayon, mag-double time kami.
Truly hindi pwedeng maging kampante para tuloy-tuloy ang panalo. Congratulations, EJ.
Thank
to the
you.
rest of the Signal HD Spikers. More volleyball action this 5 p.m.
In a battle of two undefeated teams, Signal reigns supreme, 25-15, 25-21, 25-17 will be the final score. The second set was the tightest, but here in the third, nung nakalayo na, nung nakapagtatag na ng kalamangan itong Signal, hindi na nakabalik yung Cotabato.
You know, I really want to say you have to credit Coach Dexter Clamor, the way he scouted Cotabato. They had a game plan. Everyone followed it. They targeted Jao Mandal, and that was that.
Yep.
You know, it just took Cotabato out of their game, out of their groove. They took the heart. They sucked the life out of Cotabato. And, you know, I mean, that's just great coaching for you. Look at the numbers there. At all departments really favored Signal. So all we have to say is Signal. We did say in our pregame, they're in a good place. They want to stay there. Again, Cotabato, your conference is not yet done. You're still going to meet the next round. So you just have to focus on that.
And you learn a lot in going up against a team like Signal. So Cotabato will lick their wounds and prepare for their next assignment. Up next, we have still one more match coming up for you. Vanguard versus the Philippine Air Force is your next battle for our courtside reporter, Miss Aitin Sai, for Miss Noreen Go. I'm Carlo Pamintuan, thanking you for your continued support of the 2023 Open Conference of Spikers Turf.